My name is Wes. Welcome to The Whole Truth. Every week I'm going to give you a recap on the week's events in the world of Star Citizen. It's going to be kept strictly to the facts. I am only going to present you with information that comes straight from the Star Citizen development team themselves so that you don't have to go hunting it down every week. The first video is going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to cover Wingman's Hangar 37 and number 38 as well as the past 2 weeks of events. Most of this information will be coming from Wingman's Hangar number 37, and I'll update you when we move to the next one. On Wingman's Hangar number 37, there was a work in progress release video of Terra Planetside. There was some walking around on the landing dock and inside a building. We saw some really cool ships flying by, a la Coruscant. It looked really neat. The inside of the building was kind of boring and bland. Don't waste your time watching the whole thing. There's no decorations yet. It just looks like a metal building. On forum feedback, there was actually a lot of questions answered. I'm going to run through those extremely quick. Forum feedback from Wingman's Hangar number 37. Artificial limit on guild sizes. We don't know yet. They're looking for ways to force organization. Probably no limit on max guild size, but there are limits on people and instances, so forcing guild organization. Will there be a hosted in-game radio? They have talked about content for the universe, whether Hangar show transitions to it or not. Slow communications in space means a station can't broadcast to every system. Call out to the fans. Will shields have an area effect? Is it possible to terminate shields only on the back, for example? They talked about bubble shields having only one surface, 2-phase and 4-phase shields. You can also move power to different areas of the shields. The 2-phase, 4-phase shields, they responded to that as being something like you have 4 different faces of the shield and each one can have power routed to it for more strength. They can be taken out individually on different sides. And the bubble shield is one shield around your whole ship that shares power. Will participating in test modules prevent from being able to upgrade or refund ships? Eventually the items will be locked, as in tied to characters. They will announce it before that happens. Is it possible to modify the windows of a cockpit to go from the crummy Freelancer cockpit that we have now to the new Freelancer cockpit that we've seen pictures of on Reddit? They responded with, another pass on cockpits is definitely going to be made. They're aware that the view is not very good on some of the cockpits right now and they want to fix it. Will fuel and ammo take up cargo space and be limited by it on your ship? It won't go in cargo, but you could carry extra fuel as cargo. Upgrades consist of adding additional magazines for weapons, etc. Drop tanks under the wings of a Hornet can hold extra fuel. Not part of your cargo space, it is part of your extra space, and every ship has a default fuel tank capacity. Constellation is a multi-crew ship. What happens if friends are offline and I still want to fly? Will the AI replace them, or can the captain actually handle the ship on his or her own? AI, of course, will be in the game. You can handle the ship yourself, but in theory it won't be as effective. There are avionics upgrades that would let your turrets be AI controlled. They just won't be as good as a person. Will there be some sort of tactical overview of the battlefield? Possibly you will be able to give orders directly to everyone if they're all on the same voice network. Will upgrade modules be universal, or will each ship have its own upgrade aftermarket? Most of them are universal. Some slot pieces change with the size of the ship though, and this could open up options. Will there be advanced tutorials in-game where we're able to learn more complex fight skills and maneuvers, particularly those of an evasive or racing nature? For example, a Crazy Ivan or a Barn Swallow. Yes, Simulator will have training stuff that will be in your hangar soonish, hopefully, and then they yelled redacted, so we don't know when that's coming. What kind of crew interaction is planned during long downtimes between points when traveling? They stated possibly mini games, maybe card games. Not much of that is going to be available at launch. It will be added over time. Will there be cooling systems in ships? There could be. In fact, there was one in one of the Aurora brochures. We do have coolers. They are part of the engine modifier system. And there was a slip of the tongue where they stated something along the lines of it was possibly something you may have gotten in a previous reward. Can I select the basic hangar instead of the upgraded version? Maybe, if the ship fits. We still have to strategize on that a little bit. What happens if you get caught by UEE authorities? Do you go to prison? Do you pay a fine? No prison. Fines and penalties of some sort, definitely. We haven't really figured out what that will be yet. So that's the end of the forum feedback and the info from Wingman's Hangar number 37. I'm going to move on to Wingman's Hangar number 38. All of this next info is coming from the most recent Wingman's Hangar number 38. October the 10th anniversary is coming up. They're planning a party for some of the team and a few backers, something small for now, and they're planning something really big for next year. They are sampling hoodies for StarCraft merchandise. There is also a modding competition coming up, but the details haven't been released for that yet. There's a new Office update. They lost on the first place that they tried to get. They're trying to get choice number 2 and just submitted their final bid. They told us that when they do resolve this, that they'll let us know and show us around. Forum feedback recap from Wingman's Hangar number 38. Where are we in the design process regarding Squadron 42? Are you working on mission design yet? Dave Haddock responded, yes, we are working on the broad storyline and coming up with possibilities for specific missions we could do. How does the reselling of ships work in game? Can we sell directly or do we have to go through a third-party merchant? Rob responds, both are possible. You will be able to transfer ships player to player. There will be a system in place. There may be some kind of fees associated with it. They're still working on it. Details on permadeath. Will the inheritor have to earn citizenship? If so, will that open up Squadron 42 campaigns for each character? Rob says, citizenship isn't something that transfers, you have to earn it. Maybe we will let people play Squadron 42 with each of their characters. It might be kind of hard for some of the role players to justify that kind of history, though it might be fun. We don't know yet. How will we experience G-force inside the ship during space combat? Will the crew get ragdolled around trying to walk from station to station inside the ship during combat? No, the gravitational systems in the ship will keep you stable. What happens when we're in deep space exploring and we suddenly run out of fuel? Can we call a ship with fuel supply that charges us or something? Rob answers, players will be available for refueling as well as calling NPC services. Scoops on your ship could theoretically keep you limping along though. I've seen people post that the purpose of Squadron 42 is for training before they head to the persistent universe. I want a great, lengthy, well-written campaign. Why are people talking about this, and why is there zero news from CR or SIG about Squadron 42? Dave responds, they're wrong. It's a single-player narrative-driven experience, keeping Squadron 42 under wraps because of the story. They don't want to reveal any spoilers. We've been told alien ships won't be upgradable except with new equipment, weapons, etc. that we acquire in-game from the other races. What's the plan for ammo and missiles? Will we be stuck using energy weapons if we acquire something like a Vandal scythe? Rob responds, I guess within the next year and a half, some company will come out with a great way to handle this. Lots of fiction still to generate. Will our friends be able to man our multi-crew ships during the Dogfighter Alpha? Rob responds, multi-crew will work at some point during dogfighting, but maybe not at the start. Can we add widgets to our HUD like stock tickers, news, and weather? Rob says, we'll have some kind of widgety goodness of some sort. Do we have to take care of ship insurance during Alpha and Beta? Rob says not during Alpha, possibly during Beta, they don't know yet. Can cargo be booby-trapped? Not sure on that one. They've talked about it, but they're not sure. Rob said that if cargo does end up booby-trapped, there will be sensors of some sort to locate it. In the persistent universe, what stops a person from taking your ship while it is docked? They can't get into your hangar unless you invite someone in. There might be some kind of recognition on the ships too that you would have to override. Would you consider a crowdsourced bug reporting system so that the community can contribute to making the devs aware of defects? They might consider it, but no info now. In regards to the freelancer, is there an airlock, and if so, where is it? And also, what is this? And the picture showed a little circle around the little round doodad under the front of the freelancer on the bottom. Rob says there will be an airlock, and that thing is artwork. Can we keep our Cutlass ship model once the full ship is in the hangar? Maybe we'll be inspired to make ship models for all ships. If enough people ask for it, maybe. How will momentum work? Will missiles and bombs gain momentum based off of their launch speeds? Could a fast craft crash into its own missile? Rob says, physics are real in this game, so the vector of the missile launch is added to the vector of your ship. If you're not smart, you might meet up with your missile again. Will there be a compilation of info in the game like a codex? Dave Haddock says, yes there will be. Think Hitchhiker's Guide. People will be a part of it, such as discovering a jump point or killing the Dread Pirate Roberts or any notable deeds. What kind of stuff is there to do on planets to just relax? Dave says they're trying out stuff. Terra had sort of like a guiding flying tour thing. Maybe casinos, local monuments, things related to lore, things like the Mars Memorial. There will be stuff to do. If I'm a pirate and I have a very high bounty, will it be possible to earn enough money on the outer fringes to play without insurance? Rob says, There will probably be some kind of alternate insurance, maybe not so nice, but functional pirate insurance companies. Will we be able to mask heat signature by hiding in a nebula? Sure, sounds like a good plan, but it might also mess with your other systems. Most valuable post is getting a reward added to it on the forums. They're going to give out 5,000 UEC to each MVP winner. Also, you'll get a badge on the forum showing that you made an MVP post. One of the MVP posts was a little bit pertinent to Star Citizen information. It was posted by Cool Guy, and the title of the post, "Figured out a hack to get the Hangar running on a GTX 295 and DirectX 10.1. Ben Lesnick said it's not supported obviously, and in the future the game will probably extend beyond the limitations of DirectX 10 completely. Other news. This is the segment where we go over things that we found on Reddit or discoveries in the game or just other updates that Star Citizen puts out that's not talked about in Wingman's Hangar. We hit 19 million. Yes! So we've got the 21 million stretch goals revealed. 19 million unlock was Know Your Foe, the Jane's Fighting Ship style manual, free in PDF form to all pledgers. Manage space stations. Players will compete to own and operate a limited number of space stations across the galaxy. Also, RSI Museum will air monthly with a new game featured each time. Now we also found out what the $21 million stretch goals are, and here they are. This is a big one, and they said they've been waiting to release this and hoping that they would make it. Salvage mechanic. Salvage isn't an aside, it's a career with its own mechanics, story tie-ins, and universe-shaping endgames. Search the galaxy for a host of valuable and interesting secrets using both the flight and FPS components. Discover the secrets of the ancient Hadesians, locate valuable components and cargo, or go down in history as the first to make contact with an entirely new alien race. So that sounds pretty amazing to me. I'm very excited about that. They showed the first concept art of our female explorer. You can see some pictures here. That's what they revealed for the female explorer. Pretty excited about that. They look pretty badass. They also said that it looks like it may be possible that we'll achieve the 21 million stretch goal by Star Citizen's reveal anniversary, which is October the 10th. So that would be awesome. Will the $21 million mark be the end of the funding campaign and stretch goal unlocks? No. And here's why. Achieving 20 million in development funding will actually be reached at around 23 million because they display the gross amount of funds received. Out of that, they had to pay Kickstarter 10% of the funds raised. They had to pay PayPal and credit card providers approximately 4 to 5%, and they still have to reserve the fulfillment cost of the physical goods that everybody pledged for, which is over $1 million right now. And finally, the cost of building and maintaining the RSI website now and in the future. Also, the more funds that they raise in the pre-launch phase, the more they can invest in more ships, more characters, and so on. All of that information was taken from the Star Citizen website. My name is Wes. This has been The Whole Truth. Please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. It helps us out a ton, and we can keep bringing you content like this. If you'd like to get in on a great Star Citizen squadron, you can head over to our website at wearetheromantics.com. We do tons of projects, and we'd love to have you guys be a part of our community. We're going to end this session with a little crypto high five. High five. Boom. Yes.